Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Throwing right away is Daniels.
Escaping the pressure right.
That's to the longtime Eagle great Zach Ertz.
13 yards on the game's opening play.
But Charles, did it seem like to you that maybe they were a little worried about his running prowess there? Because everybody kind of froze when he got outside the pocket and they were able to throw it for the first down.
Absolutely, and you work all week getting ready for a game, and you know that the potential is there for him to run it, but you better take care of those receivers downfield. They can hurt you first.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Play action, now it's Daniels.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. They go play action. Daniels.
This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Now Daniels. Finding Ertz again.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Off the play fake, Daniels.
Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
On 2nd down now. Merritt, and he's going to take this close to the 1st down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 26.
And now an audible here into something else.
On 3rd down, Merritt. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Brian Robinson Jr.
25 yards.
And the Commanders are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point.
It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
He's going deep for Brown.
And that's going to be incomplete. Boy, nearly intercepted right away.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
Flushed out right. He's going deep for Brown. Touchdown! A.J. Brown, 46 yards.
And the Eagles respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
Now a timeout called for by the defense, and that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Second down, Daniels.
slings this deep for McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 53 yards. These two teams all tied after one.
Washington with a football here to begin quarter number 2.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Up the middle they go. Merritt. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Working out of the gun, Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
From 13 yards out.
And Washington has taken the lead.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
From the gun, a run with Mostert.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Now 3rd down and 7. Here's Hurts to throw.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Danny Gray.
72 yards.
And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level.
It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house.
Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
To throw is Daniels.
And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st down. Merritt.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd down, it's Daniels.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Keely Ringo picks it off.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
He's not going to get me.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Mike 3. Drag him 60. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins. Shit.
Throwing is Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the first down. The 3rd down conversion successful. A gain of 11.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
19 takes.
Hurts. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Barkley, inside handoff. Dances by him. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 1st down, Hurts escaping the pressure right. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, pardon?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Kelee Ringo picks it off. And the Eagles are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, it may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 7.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And Barkley did not get there. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. You're not ready. You're not ready. Hey, Silver.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, 44 yards. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Daniels looking to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. This is caught inside the 15. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A huge play there for Washington. And even 60 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run with Robinson. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Commanders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Flushed out right. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
69 yards rushing for him now to this point. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Second down at 4.
They'll go to Barkley again, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. It's just me and you. It's just no.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Washington on third down.
They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. A handoff to Barkley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Quit talking about it. And bring it on Silver, ready? Mike 20, Mike 20. I'm here all day. Mike 20. Dragon 60. Bring it.
Here's a give to Barkley.
And he'll take this down to the 33.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down.
They go play action with Hurts.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
18 Rattler.
Now Saquon Barkley, and he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Commanders are right back in this football game. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Nolan Smith charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position.
But when you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Here's 2nd down. Throwing now is Daniels. And that went to the right side and incomplete. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Back to throw. Into the hands of Cooper. And wriggled down quickly just past the 40 at the 41. Well, how about this? They'll change it at the line. Flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
Daniels going to throw for it.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, their first sack of the game, and it doesn't come from a usual suspect, not somebody up front, but Charles, a defensive back getting in there.
And I can tell you from experience, he's beyond excited to make that play because you're exactly right. It isn't normal to call his number to run at the quarterback like that. Usually you're defending the pass, but he takes full advantage and dumps him to the turf.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to be stopped right there at the 21. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Forced out to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 2nd down. Here's Hurts. Buying time to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He dumps it off to Barkley. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. First down would have been nice, but now you get to kick the field goal, still go up 2 scores.
They tried to get it, though, didn't they? Threw the pass, got to completion, just short of the 1st down. But you're exactly right. Run the field goal unit out there. Kick it. Put it through the post. Go up 2 scores.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Flush to his right. Oh, he tried to fit it in back over the middle, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders come up with a late turnover. But it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And the Eagles season will continue at least one more week. Thanks for watching, and so long, everybody. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.